William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour, the perfect gentleman's playground.
This week on the Trilby Tour, mathematics, specifically how to determine a perfect 90-degree angle. Early morning on the edge of the Lake District finds the Trilby Tour pitching up at the glorious Carus Green Golf Club for the Championship of Cumbria. Hopefully, the players can stop themselves staring at the scenery long enough to get their ball in a few of the holes. This being the Trilby Tour, however, nothing is guaranteed. Coming up on the show, we have all the best of the play from a tricky day in Cumbria. We have the usual mix of good shots, poor shots and absolute flukes that make up the four-man three-hole playoff to determine the champion of the county. And we'll try and sneak in a peek at the worst play of the day in Rogues Gallery. Lady of the Lakes, Laura Woods, will be talking to the players on the first tee. But now it's over to our friendly neighbourhood commentator, Rob Lee.
Thanks, Matt. We're at Carus Green in Kendal, right on the edge of the Lake District. It's a short, tight course, 6,000 yards long, past 71. Stunning views. A little bit of early fog getting burnt off by the sun. A glorious day in prospect. Let's get down to the first tee and Laura, who's found a familiar face.
There's rumours around these areas that you're extremely confident today. You think yourself as quite a good golfer.
Well, I have had no sleep because I pretty much slept in the car park last night because we were up so early. I played a little practice round yesterday. The course is gorgeous, but it's tough. It's not going to be easy. You know, when you got all these people watching as well, it makes it harder, obviously.
What score are you aiming for, do you think?
Anything around the 36 mark would be good, I think. If you can shoot level par to your handicap, would be good.
Brilliant. Right, well, it's nice to talk to you and good luck.
Lovely talking to you as well.
Thank you. Do you want to just stay and we'll just keep chatting?
Let's just have a little natter.
Does anyone need to play golf today? Shall we just stay and have a tea party? Oh, right, okay. See you later.
McFadden, I'll tell you what, he plays a lot of golf. 12 handicap. He hits it miles. I saw him hit a drive on the 17th, the road hole.
Oh, great shot.
And it went so far, as indeed his wedge has at the first.
Talk us through what you're aiming for today.
I've only been playing about a year and a half, so for me this is the first proper tournament I've played in. So, do you know what it is? I love it. I'm playing a lot more. I want to qualify, man. I do not like it's top 10 qualified, so I would love to be in that final. It would be amazing.
And this is your first Trilby Tour, right?
Yeah, first one. So I've only been playing about a year and a bit, so I heard about it a couple of months ago. Obviously, I know a few of the lads that play here, so I just wanted to get involved straight away. Yeah. Kind of regretting it now. Now the cameras are here and everyone's watching. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, you can't be nervous in front of cameras, Gary, can you?
It is. I'm more nervous for this than I've been nervous for anything. I swear down.
You're walking gradually getting further and further away from me. I should make you the most stable out of the day today.
You should, yes. Blonde, you should make us feel normal.
Brilliant, right. Well, you're a Trilby Tour virgin, which is probably the first time in a long time you've heard that, right?
Definitely, but yeah, hopefully I'll be winning by the end.
Good luck, Gary. Have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye.
Gary, more familiar with the Geordie Shore, right across the other side of the country, west coast-ish, Kendal.
Swing. All right, guys. Swing.
Good swing, everybody said, for Gary.
Good luck.
He's made better swings.
This is Max, who's about to play off the first. Max, tell us a little bit about this hole in particular and the course.
You don't want to go long really because you got the rock. You got the rocks and you don't want to go to the left because of the pin position today.
Yeah.
It's very left. Basically, it's a very nice course.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful, isn't
yeah.
it? I've noticed, you said don't go to the left. I've noticed a lot of these guys have been going off to the left. I would say a good 40% of this lot have been going off to the left. I'm going to ask you to predict where you're going to end up.
I don't know. Probably somewhere over there.
On the left. On the left where we said we shouldn't.
Right, Max, let it rip. Good man. Well done. Now, if that finds the green, which it has done, it's tremendous. What a start.
Right, Paul, thank you for joining us. I hear it's your first Trilby. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I've looked forward to it for so long.
Have you really?
Yeah, cannot wait.
Watched it on TV a lot?
I've only got into it in the last couple of years, to be honest. A friend told me about it, but ever since I started watching it, I've loved to get the opportunity to play in it. Is fantastic.
I can tell because you're smiling, and I'm so excited to see this because there's been many a man today that's been extremely nervous, but you seem to have control of your nerves and you're just looking forward to it.
Inside this smooth exterior is a quivering wreck, trust me now. But no, we're good. We're good. I'm looking forward to it.
A window of opportunity then for Paul Naylor. Try and get himself in the frame. Oh, right at it. And a bit of excess check as well. Top job.
Tony, welcome to Cumbria. How excited are you to play this course today?
Very much so today, Laura. Never played it before. Looking forward to it.
A practice round or anything at all?
No, not really. I don't believe in practice rounds. Just come out, play it as it is. You know what I mean? If we have a good knock, we have a good knock.
I like your attitude, Tony. I feel like you're going to be a winner today.
I'm looking forward to it today, really. I've achieved pretty much nothing on the TT, and now I'm fancying it today. Looks like it suits me, this place.
I can't wait to see you play. I want to know how you think you're going to do in the first, because actually a lot of people have been sort of edging off to the left and also ending up in that bunker. Don't end up in that bunker. Don't get caught short.
Laura, I'm going to tell you, this is a little flick 9-iron. I can see it going about 6 foot off. We'll crack on from there.
I cannot wait. My money's on you, Tony.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, it might just go 6 feet. Oh, not much further.
It's 5 foot off bunker.
Not the crispest of strikes, and this is where it finished. So, lobbing it over the bunker with his second.
No pressure on you then, is there, Will?
He's moving a bit of turf. He's only played one hole. Heading towards the rocks. Brian McFadden, 22 points now. He needs a fast finish. 5 holes to play. Front edge of the green, putting from distance. He's got some shots between here and the clubhouse, though. Gaz Beadle. Sounded good. And it's carried the hazard. And now a putt right across the green. But not too bad there. Still a bit of early morning mist. Maximilian out the 12th, 11 points. And, well, it's lying a little bit fluffy over there and short-sided. It's going to be a tough third shot for Max. Naylor coming towards the end of the front 9. And it's a good day so far. 16 points after 8 holes. And to be honest, he's done a lot of that. So good stuff from Paul. Sheffield man. Problems at the first for Mather. It's a real struggle, this, on a little rinky-dink par 3 to start. And, yes, problems continue. Inauspicious. McFadden, long putt for a birdie at the 14th.
Slow down.
Long with the driver. Very long with the putter. McFadden. Beadle from distance. Still a bit left on that one. This is at, well, 5 or 6 feet. Trying to keep it all moving nicely. Cotter, 4th. Trying to chip and run it through the rough, and it didn't need much more. Didn't need much more at all. On the green in 3. Par 5 ninth. Paul Naylor up the tier. Very well judged. That should be a par 5. Now, bogey putt to avoid a double on a wedge hole for Mather. No. That's obviously one of the family. They've seen this form before. 26 points, DNQ Tony Mather, but hurry back, haste ye back. We love seeing you on the Trilby Tour. Brian McFadden for the par at 14. 29 points for Brian at this stage, leading the clubhouse. You don't think that'll make it though. Gary Beadle, par putt at 7 and 13 points after 6 holes. It's a good effort. He's still got the sticker on the bottom of the shaft of the putter when he bought it, or when it was given to him. DNQ 26, all those points early doors and fell away. Bogey putt for Cotter. Oh, well done, brilliant. Not his best scoring day, but I'm sure he enjoyed his first ever Trilby Tour. Well done, Maximilian. Naylor for the par and 18 points on the front 9. And playing off 6, that's pretty good. Yeah, well done.
Cheers.
So 9 good holes. Let's get back to Laura on the first. She's got a former champion with her.
Darren, I have to say, a huge welcome back, because you have had a year off not only the Trilby but golf in general. How did you miss it?
Very difficultly, to be honest. I missed it a lot, but I had a lot of other things that I wanted to do and achieve, which I've done now. And now, being the reigning champion of Sussex, I want another title now, so I'm back.
I like the way you got that one in there, reigning champion of Sussex. I would have got it in there at some point. So you're actually here to play quite seriously. You mean business, don't you, Darren?
In business. I was here early yesterday. I got a guy on the bag from Carus Green.
All right, we're quite excited to seeing someone play that might actually complete this in how they want to. Good luck, Darren.
Fingers crossed. Thank you.
You've got to say Carus up here. They don't like Carus. Very picky. On the edge of the Lake District. He's on the edge, Burton. Right on the edge of the rocks. We're back in a couple of minutes.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to Carus Green near Kendal for the William Hunt Trilby Tour Championship of Cumbria. Everyone's teed off. The highest score in the clubhouse is Brian McFadden on 29, 50 million records. There's only one record he wants, and that is a Trilby Tour Championship. It may or it may not be here at Carus Green. This is Darren Burton at 16. 14 Trilby Tours. Should get some sort of a medal for that. Champion of Sussex. Bet he keeps that quiet down the pub. Not. Jason Murch from Bristol Golf Club. So he's travelled due north to get here. And look at the tier in this green. Huge. That ball being repelled. That's where he's got to get to. And that did that putt very hard. John Smith from Glasgow Golf Club. We've got golf clubs with city names now. Bristol Golf Club, Glasgow Golf Club. That's pretty good. Stay away from that pin and 2 putt, and you've done well. Back 1 hole to the 8th. Julian Wright. Spalding Golf Club. That's Lincolnshire. Very flat there in Lincolnshire. Last par 5 in the golf course is the 16th. It's not long. It's gettable for the bigger hitters. And that was Darren Burton. This was the putt up the tier that I was talking about, and it was slow. So just a tap-in required. To that 7th and Smith. Not this time, Johnny boy. Ah, does he put the glove on for the short putts? That's a new one. Oh, well done. Darren Burton. 29 points alongside Brian McFadden. So nobody taking the course apart. Jason Murch might. Yeah, well done. 34 points. New clubhouse leader. Good day on the golf course, sure. Saw the Smith approach putt. And the fourth, toe up in the air. Ball goes left. Plays off of one. 34 points, joint clubhouse lead. When you've got loft on the putter and you have the toe up, it's going to make the ball go left. Just bear that in mind. That's a really good putt. 34 points for Julian Wright. They are stacking up. Let's go back to Laura, who's now on the 18th, and she's on the hunt.
William, new year, new course, new people. We are in an amazing setting here, aren't we?
Yeah, Lake District, not too bad, eh?
And the course itself, I've heard some mixed reviews, not in terms of how beautiful it is, but it's quite difficult to pass.
It's difficult to play, it's short and it's tight, and there's got the big lads here want to thrash the big dog all day long, and you can't. It's going to get you in trouble. Darren Burton in particular, come up here, big hopes. I quite fancied him for the day as well. Made a mess of it. Rogers, he's tight. He knows how to play it around there. It's nice and tight. He should do well. But yeah, a lot of guys want to come here, thrash their way around. It isn't happening.
How do you think you'd do if you were out there?
I'd win, obviously. It's my tournament. I'd just change the rules. I'd have my own handicap system. I'd do whatever I like. It's my tournament. How would I do? It's not my kind of course. I'm one of those guys like to thrash it round, you know, that sort of thing. But it's a great track, great people. It's lovely to be at new places. We see new people all the time, and it brings new energy. So it's really good. I'm really happy.
Brilliant. Let's see how they get on. Thank you, William.
Short and tight. That reminds me of William Hunt. Sorry, boss. Third for Faulkner at 9. That's okay. It's on the right level. Sam Wilson's effort is okay if it just comes through. Yes, it's going to get better now. Local man, Carus Green. Gaz Hudson. Must have been Chris and Gary, surely, but he's Gaz now. Maybe not. Maybe the vicar said I'd christen this child Gaz. He's short, anyway. Second for Chris McIntosh. Playing off of 7, his first Trilby tour. Comes from up there in Strathclyde. Gledach Golf Club. So he'll put that little at the end. It's all about details, tiny details. Mark Mears, Ray Mears, no relation. Now, is he surviving here? Well, no. Travelling right over the back of the green with relish. Left-hander. I like to see left-handers on the Trilby. We don't see too many. This is Peter Cooper. Target missed. Faulkner at the 9th. Birdie putt, but a long one. Don't tell me this goes in. I won't tell you that goes in. Wilson, 23 points. If he can put something together now, he could make it into the playoffs. Well, 34 points, Sam Wilson. Chances. Gaz coming up short. The Hudson, that is. And still very much coming up short. What about the McIntosh attempt at 8? What about it? It was grim. Seeing some short game exhibition stuff now. Mears. Go on. Keep going. That's much more like it. Very well played. Using the putter. Old-fashioned blade putter for Peter Cooper. Give this a bit of a hit. Now, how close is it? Is it in? Is it in? No, it's not in. Might take 3 more from there. For the par. Glorious. 34 points for Paul Faulkner. That seems to be the score to be on if you want a chance. Now, Gaz Hudson at the par 3 15th. Short in 1, short in 2, up the hill in 3. Certainly made the long journey to the hole and more. 5-star attempt from McIntosh. With his 4th, no, 34 points though for Chris. He'll be pleased with that. Mark Mears, come on. Oh, just needed pace, that's all. Just a little bit of pace. It would have got him out of that group at 34 points. Sporty total though. Gaz with the bogey putt at 15. Go on. 34 points despite that debacle. Incredible finish for Gaz Hudson. Cooper's third was one to forget. Will the fourth be one to remember? Hit it. And yes, in it goes. Kept us waiting, Peter Cooper. But guess what? 34 points. Monster group. Let's get down to Laura, who's going to look at the 3 playoff holes with Graham Curtin from Carus Green Golf Club.
Thank you, Rob. So the 3 playoff holes this week are 9, 4 and 18. I'm going to talk you through them and start you off on the 9th, the most difficult one, the par 5. And here to describe why it's so difficult is Graham Curtin, the course owner. Graham, I can see right now, it doesn't look too bad, but just at the end there's something a little bit difficult to get round. Tell me about it.
It's a tricky hole. It's what in golf we call a risk-reward hole. Therefore, the better the tee shot, the more chance you've got to get into the green in 2. Now, today, as it turns out, it's into the wind, which it normally isn't, and that's going to make a big difference to the decisions that these guys make.
How would you play it?
I would play it sensibly today. I don't think going for it in 2 is the right. There's just too much that can go wrong. Your second shot is going to be at least 220 yards into the wind, a lot of carry. An eagle's on the card if you do. For me, it would just be 3 wood, lay it with a 7-iron, easy wedge onto the green.
Thank you very much. On to the 4th. Right, Graham, so we're now on the 4th fairway, and this is a par 4, so slightly easier than the par 5 we just saw on the 9th. Talk us through this one, please.
Normally into the prevailing wind. Today the wind's slightly different, so this is actually down off your right shoulder, which makes it a lot easier. It's 400 yards, so it's quite a significant distance. The issue today is that the pin's just tucked up behind a little ridge that you can see on the right there. So anything long of that kicks right through over the back. So quite an easy tee shot in comparison to what it normally is, which is into the wind. Quite a large landing area with no bunkers, but the second shot, the pin is really tucked away there. Very difficult to get at.
So here we are, Graham, the final playoff hole, the 18th, the par 3. One very obvious water feature. How'd you play this one?
Well, this is the money shot. This is where it's all going to happen in the playoff. The last hole. Depends where you're at, it depends how you're doing. You've got a choice. You either come over onto the right-hand side of the green here, run the ball in, or if you need to make 2, you've got to go for that pin. 180 yards, over water, into the wind, everybody watching. Doesn't get much harder.
And you mentioned about the spectators. I've been sat up there watching people go straight into that water. It's so difficult. I don't know how you would zone these people out when you're going to really have to focus on that.
It's as hard as it gets. It's an amphitheatre hole. Everybody's watching you. If you're not carrying that ball, 178-yard carry, you're in the drink and it's game over. You've lost.
Great. Thank you so much for talking us through these playoff holes. We'll see how it plays out. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, it's going to be exciting seeing that 18th hole. Water, nerves, title at stake. It's going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure. That's if it goes well. If it doesn't, it's a nightmare. John Stott, first Trilby Tour Renfrewshire. Quite a few Scots making the journey south. Brendan Boom Boom Delaney. If you're a Trilby Tour fan, you'll recognise him. He's a very good performer. Now, 12 points through 6 holes is pretty good. $35 points for John Stott. Off of 6, that's making the 34s. Get very nervous. Delaney's par 3 at 18. Oh, and he makes it. Ho, ho, ho is right. Never mind the Santa impression. That's an impression of a good golfer. 35 points. Wigan Golf Club's Grant Quayle. Now, good drive at the par 5 16th. Going for it with an iron. Well struck. Just stay there. And he will have that. Left for an eagle. Just at the right time. That crucial last hole. Paul Naylor's got there on 35 points. Keep it out anywhere but the water. It's ABW, anywhere but water. And he's done well. Fat front right part of the green. No chance of getting that one wet. Quayle, meanwhile, for the eagle at 16. Gets there. Oh, 34 and 36 points. The best score of the day thus far for Grant Quayle. Very well played. Naylor, this is a long way from the hole, but 35 points is fine, and he can add to that by a couple with a 2-putt. And, oh, nearly knocks it in. He'll take that. 37 points, Paul Naylor. That was the best score of the day. So 4 players make it through without the need for sudden death. Paul Naylor, Brendan Delaney, Grant Quayle and John Stott will play off for the Championship of Cumbria. Cooper, Faulkner, Hudson, Murch, Wilson, Wright qualifying for the World Championship final later on in the series. Let's hear from William Hunt.
You know, I've had a really bad season so far. I've not nailed any of the Hunt's hunches. And twice last year, I hunched against Boom Boom Delaney. How could I possibly go against him? But my gut says he won't win. My gut says he won't win. And my gut's telling me that Paul Naylor off 6 handicap is your man today. 6 handicap. Grant Quayle off 3, so he's a very good player. John Stott's off 6. Brendan off 15. I don't think Lightning can strike 3 times. Am I going to get it wrong? Possibly so. Paul Naylor, my man today.
So we'll see if William Hunt is right with his hunch when we come back after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground.
The 2017 William Hunt Trilby Tour Championship of Cumbria about to get underway. Paul Naylor, Grant Quayle, John Stott and Brendan Delaney.
First of the team is Paul Naylor.
Hi, my name is Paul Naylor. I'm 53 years old. I'm a member at Tankersley Park Golf Club in Sheffield and my handicap is 6. Fantastic, absolutely unbelievable. I've waited for it for 6 months and it's just been absolutely perfect. Could not have had a better day. Far exceeded my expectations already. If I'd have finished in the top 10, I would have been made up. To finish in the top 4, fantastic. To win it, unbelievable. Superb.
So we start at the 9th, the par 5, and then go back to the 4th and then play 18. So it's par 5, par 4, par 3 in descending order. It's a very conservative play.
Second to the tee, Mr. Grant Quayle.
Hi, my name's Grant Quayle. I'm 32. I play at Wigan Golf Club and I play off 3 handicap. Good, really enjoyed it. Just thought I'd have a laugh and relax and not put too much pressure on myself. So really enjoyed it. The course was in good condition. I've got my father-in-law and my dad and my cousin with me today, so it'll be a good celebration and then hopefully get up to Hull and have a good round.
Driver for Quayle, he's going for it. Well, that sounded good, it looks good.
Third to the tee, John Stott.
Terrific.
Hi there, I'm John Stott, 36 from Elderslie in Renfrew and I play off 6. That was nice, I was going on along quite good. I got to 15 and then nearly threw it away. We were losing 1 and then putting 1 in the pond. And then obviously just at the end there, hanging on to see what the scores were. So it was fingernails for me after playing well and then nearly thrown it away. I've enjoyed the day, weather's been beautiful, course is really good. The greens are fast and probably getting faster with the sun.
So just a fairway wood for John. Now this down the other side and coming back left to right.
Lastly to the tee, Mr. Brendan Boom Boom Delaney.
Very good.
Brendan Delaney, 61 years of age, handicap 15, Dudsbury Golf Club. Oh, super day, great company as always. You know, I didn't really think I'd qualify today, but in the end, you know, the course opened up a little bit, which suits my game because I tend to spray it a little bit. And yeah, got lucky. Yeah, used a few other fairways, and here we go.
Brendan also with a driver. Well, he doesn't hold back normally. And this may not be cutting enough, is it? Oh, it is. Not off. Well, this is now birdieable for the players that are taking part. Par 5 on the 9th, par 4 at the 4th, and then we head to the 18th, that tricky par 3 over water. So Naylor first to go after a very conservative play from the tee, as I said. This one just for position. And that's fine. That's what he was trying to do. So they're in 2. Others will be having a go at this. Hybrid for Stott. Oh, now this is way to the right. Over there somewhere in the rough, and well, it's right of our cameraman. He's normally so far away from where you need him to be. Bang on was the cry. Delaney, there's water down the left. Oh, Well, it's not in the water. It's not in the trees. What a break. He said he had a bit of luck on the way round. It's continuing. Quayle's tee shot was the best. This is just an iron, mid-iron. High into the sky. Wasn't the right club, but thankfully it carried the water. That would have been a disaster from that tee shot. Naylor with the third. Oh, a bit of Sheffield steel about that one. Into the breeze. He'll be well pleased. Oh, right down into the back of the ball. Good action, actually, through it. Very good. That's a very unpleasant lie. Stop was wild. Now, is this going to get over everything and find the green? More or less. Trying to recover. Not doing a bad job from there. Couldn't really risk or hope for any more. So the scene is set on this first of 3 playoff holes to find the champion of Cumbria. And Hunt's hunch. Of course, Hunt's hunch doesn't know who the hunch is on. Delaney. Up the tier, trying to run it towards that back pin. Slightly overdone. He can putt, that's not bad. He'll have a birdie putt from there. Quayle didn't hit enough club for his second. This is pretty straightforward though, unless you top it. Don't think he quite caught enough of the bottom of the ball there, but he gets away with it. Nothing to carry. Start using his putter, he's quite right. Big left to right swing on this. Keep going. Oh, and he's come up shy. Come up shy. It's the pressure of being a Trilby Tour champion. Long winter nights, get your grandkids around the fireplace and tell them you were the champion of Cumbria. What a thrill in life. Delaney, still going. He's played 4 now, but he has a stroke at the 9th hole. The only man to have a stroke at the 9th, and the 4th indeed as well. Naylor up the hill for the birdie. Nearly, very nearly. Birdie for Quayle. Maybe. It's a par 5 in the end for Grant. So level par, no disaster, no damage done. Might see a birdie. This is a par 5 for Stott if he knocks this in. Oh, well done. Struggled all the way up the hole. We'll take that. Delaney for the 5 net 4. Oh, he's let everybody off the hook. So his stroke needed to remain level. Brendan, what a chance that was. Might be 4 men level going to the 4th. It could be if this goes in. It is. They all go to the last 2 holes. Nobody knows who's going to win and nobody has an advantage. So the crowd regather at the 4th tee.
I'm tempted to change and go with Grant Quayle because I've just found out he's from Manchester and also he's a 3 handicapper. But can I change at this point? Well, I could. It's my tournament. But I'm not going to. It's Paul Naylor.
The man with the train set says no. Naylor. Yes. Galloping down there, that one. So that was a fairway wood. Quayle with the driver. Shoot, I think he was going to say. That's right. How far right? A long way right. It's an acre right. Somewhere over there. Might be so far offline, he's okay. Delaney, driver. Come on, Brendan. It's got that John Daly overswing. And it's pick a fairway. Not necessarily the one you're aiming down. Stott's tee shot looks like this. Now, is it sailing handsomely down the middle? It's pretty good. That's okay. Par 4 this fourth hole. 396 yards, just a shade under 400. Now somewhere in there is Brendan Delaney. Here he is. That's a much better view. Oh, he's trying to come over everything and find the green. And he's done it, would you believe it? They're in 2, net 1. What a chance for Brendan Delaney again. To put some heat on the other 3. Stop from the right-hand side. This one just running out of green. He'll be okay there. They're in 2. Naylor next. We saw his 3 that went miles down the fairway. This isn't very much at all. Just a short iron. And oh, he's played his best shot of the day under the most intense examination. Quayle last to go after a big drive, but not necessarily in the right direction. Always make up for it with a good second. Oh, and he has done. No guilt. Clean living. So everybody there or thereabouts, but Brendan Delaney with a stroke, remember. That could be absolutely critical. And here he is. 3, net 2. If he knocks this in, net eagle. It's not made the journey. That's what he's got for his 4th. It would be a birdie though if he could knock it in with his stroke. Still in a very good position. Quayle's 3rd. Just went on a little bit too far, so putting back up the green towards the front. One of those nervy ones left for his par. Warm applause, but he'll be feeling it inside. The fringe just getting in the way of this backswing, so you've got to hit down on it a little bit, which he's done. Pretty good. Par for John Stott. An amazing escape on the 9th hole, the par 5. The Sheffield man. Oh, he had the fist ready. Didn't need to use it. 2 pars for Paul Naylor. And we are going to get to that critical 18th hole par 3 over water with everybody. The rogues gallery in the clubhouse. Cumbria's finest. Delaney. Another lip out. It's a 5, net 4. He remains level, but no stroke on the 18th. Nothing to separate anybody at the minute. That's another par. For the full set, Quayle. Gutted. 3 putts for Grant. He's +1. The other 3 are level. And we come to that tricky 18th hole. 178 at least to carry the water unless you bail right. Oh, go, go, go. They said go, go, go. They said it did go, go, go. Now stop, stop, stop. Fantastic shot. Worthy of a champion, but it may not be him. What about Stott's attempt? The line looks good. Oh, it's too much club. That looks out of bounds. We'll find out. Delaney. Shouts of shot. Brendan, what have you done? Oh, equally brilliant. Turn pro. Last but not least, Grant Quayle. It's been a high standard. And that's swimming. The members would have been very disappointed if not one player had gone the lake. The big feature of the 18th hole, the lake, and no one went in it. Well, they have done. And that's a clever shot, but it's his 3rd. Can't finish better than 1 over. Gutted. Can't believe it. This is an awkward spot for John Stott. He's taken a drop to here and chipped short. Chance is running away. Ebbing away in the wrong direction. Now careful, Brendan. It's quick from here. He's chipping it. Ooh, he scuttled it down there too far. It's gone way too far. Nerves, you see. Let you down at the wrong moment. Beautiful tee shot from Brendan and a better one from Paul Naylor. Using the putter just to coax it towards the hole. He's in a strong position. That's very good. Mark it, mark it. Oh, it's just running past the edge of the hole. It's a valiant effort for John Stott. Coming up just shy. Brendan Delaney has to hold this one. Overly keen with the chip. And no accuracy with the putt. So, bogey 4 at the last means that Paul Naylor has a tap in. He'll have to wait for his par because Quayle could still make a 4 from the hazard. That's not to be. It won't be his championship, but it should be the championship. It should be going to Sheffield. Paul Naylor with no more than an 8-inch putt for the championship, the Trilby Tour Championship of Cumbria. Get in there. What a way to do it. Super brave tee shot, and par was good enough to get him over the line. He's the champion of Cumbria. It's a fantastic reception for Paul Naylor. A lot of people turned up today to see who would be their champion, and Carus Green has been a tremendous host. We will be back.
We are now almost halfway through the regional championships in the 2017 Trilby Tour. 5 more to go before we have all our champions and qualifiers. Then we enjoy the Trilby Tour's pairs competition at Magnolia Park before the World Championship final in Hull. We finish up on Christmas Day with the traditional Rogues Gallery special. Now, let's have a word with the new champion of Cumbria, Paul Naylor.
Words cannot express my feelings right now. Unbelievable. Absolutely. From the minute I got here this morning, it's just been a fantastic day. Unbelievable. To win it, phenomenal. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't tell you. Brilliant.
Shot of the day goes to Gaz Beadle for this neat little chip to set himself up for a par on the very first hole. Now, let's see who couldn't follow Mr. Beadle's lead as we take a peek in Rogues Gallery. First, Ross McCluskey, teeing off on the 10th, demonstrates to anyone who's wondering whether or not there's a stream at the back of that green, yes indeed, there is. Still on the 10th and playing in the same group is Mark Postlethwaite, who also tries his best to hit the stream, but is ultimately foiled by the foliage. Young Max Cotter on the 18th, hoping against hope he won't simply dink it into the lake just in front of him. But of course, that's exactly what he does. But just so Max doesn't feel too bad, here's Wayne Dunn doing exactly the same thing on the other side of the lake. And then Barney Raku Evans making an even bigger hash of it, or should that be splash of it, before heading home. Andy Eames tees it up on the 15th and instantly turns a simple par 3 into his own personal par 4. A lot of golfers struggled with the steep tier before the green on the 15th, but there's something about the hopeless symmetry of this sad effort from Mel McRae that particularly appealed to us, if not to Mel. Our cameraman may have lost this tee shot by Paul Faulkner on the 18th, but he managed to detect it again just in time to see the ball encourage a passing spectator to attempt a few steps of Cumbrian clog dancing. Barney Raku Evans yet again, this time sinking a putt despite the fact that his putter seems to have developed unwelcome elastic properties. Aye, he's got every excuse in the book, that boy. Yeah, and finally, it appears Gary Stuttard has at long last decided to give up golf and take up snooker, something we've been advising him to do for years. Now, here's William.
I got one right. First time this year. Last year I did really well.
I was getting every sort of 2 out of 3 right. This time I tipped Paul Naylor. He just had it. I looked at him and he said to me, with his body language, "This is my day." And he said it on the green there. He's had a funny amount of a nice day since he won it. But yeah, I think he summed it all up. Brilliant venue, brilliant people, brilliant venue, great golf course, wonderful day. What else can you ask for?
Next week, the Trilby Tour returns to God's own county and Kirby Moorside Golf Club for the Championship of Yorkshire. In the meantime, if you'd like to get involved in the Trilby Tour, please contact us via the website at www.trilbytour.com. We'll see you next week.
And on the tee, playing in his first Trilby Tour event of a handicap of 12 from Studley Wood, Ronan Keating.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.